Sports.
Cedartown High School basketball.
He dunks it! Lays it up. Got it! Three-pointer try.
Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball. Right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School basketball, the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the BAA. We're going to have the introduction of the starting lineup for the Cedartown Bulldogs, taking on the Heritage Generals. It'll be number 1, Hayden Rittenhouse, number 3, Xavier Holiday, number 2, Xavier Holiday, number 3, DJ Watley, number 13, Aston Turner, and number 21, Quinlan Cawthorn, your starting 5 for the Cedartown Bulldogs. For the Heritage Generals, 0-1 in region play. J.C. Armour will be the number 1 starting for them, as well as number 3, Gavin Broderick. Number 4, Lennon Barrett will also start. Cooper Bell, number 10, and Max Owens, number 11. We got the lights turned out here, and we got a spotlight out there getting everybody introduced as we speak. And this, Sam, I believe, is a big game for the Cedartown Bulldogs, as you know, we lost to Northwest Whitfield, a tough loss. We actually played pretty well at the very end of that ball game, made it a 10-point game at the very end, lost an overtime thriller to East Paulding last week on our last, most recent game. But I think these teams have a pretty evenly matched, and I think we got a good chance to win today.
They are. I think you're right, Andrew. Heritage comes into tonight's game with a record of 7-8. They are 0-1 in region play. Cedartown comes into tonight's game with a record of 7-7, 0-1 in region play as well. So both squads looking to pick up their first win in region play.
It's been a while since I've heard jock jams at a high school game. I like it.
We are underway. The Heritage Generals will have it to start. Gwendolyn Cawthorn went to the center circle, but it is Cooper Bell for the Generals. Holiday picks him up just across half court. He's going to carry it with him now. Stopped him in the corner. Looking for help. And it's going to be a steal from Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is going to drive. Put on the brakes, loses it though, as it was knocked away at the last moment by number 3, Gavin Broderick. And then Hayden trying to corral it back and go up for a shot, loses it. So it'll be a turnover. Heritage will get it right back.
Yeah, Hayden was just mad at himself for that, and I can understand why. He had a wide open layup there. We're still scoreless, and Heritage gets the ball back.
Cooper Bell into the front court for the Generals. Going to work off of the far side. Heritage working from your right to left on your radio dial. And X with a steal for a moment goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Heritage basketball. Cedartown wearing their gray charcoal uniforms with red letters, red numbers, trimmed in black with red on the side, and then Heritage, of course, in their home whites. It's going to be number 4, Barrett with it, the top of the key, left side now. They're going to work it over to Owens. Owens is going to go to the far side. It's going to be Cooper Bell. He's going to lose it in the corner, and it's going to be off of Aston Turner, playing tough defense in that far side. 7:14 left to play. Opening minute here at Heritage High School. Still scoreless. Inbounds pass will come from Cooper Bell. He's going to take it out from right underneath the Heritage basket. Pass on the way. They cut it into J.C. Armour. He's on the baseline. Turn shot high off the glass, and it is good from Armour. That puts the Generals on the board 2-0.
One thing I remember about Heritage is how fundamentally sound they were last year, and looks like they're that way this year as well.
Top of the wing now to the right side to DJ Watley. They'll go back to the top of the key. It's going to be Quinlan Cawthorn, the big man, drives the lane. The little fingertip roll, it is no good. Out of bounds, and it will be last touch by Cedartown Heritage basketball.
You know, if we can get Quinlan going down low, Sam, they don't have anybody to match him. And I think if we can get him open for some shots like that, more times than not, he's going to make that.
Cooper Bell now over to the right side. It's going to be Barrett. Barrett's going to work it to the top of the key to Broderick. Broderick goes back to Armour. Armour's going to fire one from beyond the arc, and that one is good.
That's another thing Heritage can do. They and can get those threes to go, and it's 5-0. They have outscored us and unanswered here to start the game, 5-0.
Over to the right side, DJ Watley on the wing. Wanted to give and go to X, but now he's going to go back to the top of the key to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is going to work the left side. Now they're going to go back to Ashton Turner. Cothran, top of the key, he's going to drive the lane, try to get the fingertip roll again. The basket is good, but they're going to get a charge called on Cothran.
I'm afraid that's the right call. The defender for Heritage had his feet placed. He even had his arms crossed. He was right there and took the direct hit there from Quinlan Cothran. They'll call that every time.
That's Cothran's first team foul against Cedartown. 6:05 left to play, 5-0. Heritage out in front. Cedartown needs a defensive stop here and then to go down and turn it into points. It's going to be Cooper Bell with it. Now they'll work to the left side. It's going to be Owens. Owens on the wing, goes back to the top of the key. Now they're going to work to their right, and it's going to be Barrett. Barrett going to try to work it back to the middle of the floor. Now they'll go to Owens. Owens down to the baseline. Bell back to Owens. Now top of the key, right side. Armour going to pull another three. That one is no good. Loose ball, and Heritage will finally come away with it. It's Barrett on the wing, going to try to work around Ashton Turner. They have to go back outside. Now they'll swing it to the right side. Owens with a three on the way. It is no good. Rebounded by J.C. Armour.
Cedartown's not getting any defensive boards right now.
Right side. They're going to drive, run over a defender, and another charge called, and this one is going to be against number 11, Max Owens.
Yeah, Owens, he put his elbow into him as he was going toward the basket, and again, the official was right there to see it, and they'll call that every time. Looks like the Dogs are going to sub out.
Hayden Rittenhouse will go out, and Isaiah Johnson's going to come in.
Got the big man over there on the left side.
It's going to be X Holiday with it. He'll bring it across the timeline. To 2. We'll call that the two-handed jelly.
I like it.
Over to the right side now. It's going to be Armour. Armour into the corner. They're going to work it. Owens. He's going to go back to the top to Broderick. Broderick's now going to try to work around Johnson. Isaiah puts a hole to him there. Looking for an open man. They get Barrett on the isolated wing. He was wide open, and he makes a three count. That's two from beyond the arc for the Generals, and it's 8-2, a 6-point ball game.
Got to defend that perimeter. They are deadly from beyond the arc.
Isaiah Turner on the wing, going to work it down baseline to Cothran. Cothran on the near side. Now they'll go back to Turner to his left. Now Cothran's going to drive the lane high off the glass and no good, but they're going to get a foul called, and this one's going to be against Ashton Turner. Can you believe it? That has been 3 offensive fouls called.
Not a single defensive foul has been called by either side.
Ashton Turner with a foul, Quinlan Cothran with a foul.
But I've got to agree with the official. I think that was definitely an offensive foul, and you got to credit Heritage for drawing that up.
Hayden Rittenhouse comes back into the game. Ashton Turner goes out. It's going to be Cooper with it. Cooper Bell over to the left side to Gavin Broderick. He's going to try to drive the baseline, runs into traffic, goes to the left side. A three on the way, and once again, that one is good. This time it's from Max Owens.
Well, that was well drawn out, Sam. They had our defenders boxed out. There was no way to get to him because everybody was down low, and he was left wide open from that right side. An easy three, 11-2 the score.
3 from beyond the arc for the Generals. X Holiday with it. He's going to work off of the wing. Now he's going to go underneath to Cothran. Cothran turns, goes in the lane. The little jumper is no good. Rebound by DJ Watley. His putback is no good, and Heritage comes away with it. Over to the left side. Now they're going to work it back to the middle of the floor, top of the key. Cooper Bell with it's going to try to work around Holiday, almost a steal. Loose ball picked up. Now they'll go right back to Bell with it. Bell's going to try to work the baseline. He tried to drive, but Holiday put a stop to it. Now they have to go back to the top of the key. Another three on the way. Another three made. This one from Lennon Barrett. That's his second.
And again, it's a breakdown of Cedartown's defense on the perimeter. They have absolutely killed us from beyond the arc, and Coach Cherry with a wise timeout call. We'll take a 30-second break here. 3:03 to play in the first. It's 14-2. Generals lead the Bulldogs.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, Buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
14-2 is your score out of the timeout. Cedartown will get the basketball back with 3:03 left to play here in the first. The Dogs trail by 12. Ex-Holiday right at the Heritage H in the middle of the floor. Now they try to work it down to Rittenhouse, and they double-team collapse on it in the steal. Now Isaiah Johnson off of the steal on the other end for the Dogs. He's going to put the brakes on. He'll give it up to Holiday. X with it now. He's going to work to the left. He'll go back to Johnson. Johnson's going to try to work it to the middle of the floor. Now they'll give it to X on the wing. He's going to drive the baseline. Tries to get it to Cothran, thrown away, and Cothran steps on the out-of-bounds line as he tries to retrieve the loose ball. Another turnover, and Cedartown's going to give it right back to Heritage. 2:33 left.
I mean, the turnovers have killed us here early.
Number 21 with it. Now they'll go back to the lane. They're going to dish to the baseline, and they're going to get a travel call. I believe that's number 15. And that will be a turnover. Cedartown with a gift. They'll get it back with 2:22 left to play.
That's Blake DeBitty there on the turnover, number 15. You know, and if we plug up that outside perimeter, they're having some issues down low. If we can keep that open, maybe we can have a chance here.
Ex-Holiday drives the lane, loses it. We've got a jump ball called.
But we got to hold on to the basketball. That's going to stay with Cedartown. The possession arrow is pointing in our direction. So the Bulldogs will keep it, but ball control has been an issue here early. The Bulldogs have got to do something about that. Number 1 checks in the ball game, J.C. Armour, as number 11, Max Owens, goes out.
Cedartown will inbound it underneath their own basket. X will handle it, trying to get it to Watley, and they're going to have to get it to Johnson. Johnson in the backcourt now. He's going to pull it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Over to the left side of DJ Watley. Watley on the wing. Wants to go to Cothran. Cothran now, left side. He's going to drive. And a two-handed now. That's a jam. All day long, Quinlan Cothran rattles to a 10-point lead.
Rattle the rafters with that one.
Frober on the right side. They'll go right back to him, top of the key. He's going to work to his left to Armour. J.C. Armour trying to work it around, almost loses it. Cothran sticking with him. They're playing man defense right now, are the Bulldogs. It's going to be number 55, Lowry, with it. He'll go back to the top of the key. Now they're going to work to the right side. It's going to be number 4, Barrett, with it. He's going to fire a long three. No good. Rebounded by DJ Watley. Trying to get it over to Xavier Holiday, and he had a defender all in his face. And the defender knocked it out. Cedartown basketball.
That three-pointer was possible because of a screen that was set up, and fortunately it did not go in. Bulldogs will inbounds it. No press. DJ into X-Holiday. Here we go.
X will bring it down the floor for the Bulldogs. A 10-point deficit, 14-4. Over to the right side, it's going to be Holiday. He's going to drive, puts on the brakes, high off the glass, and X-Holiday makes that one count, 14-6. Now quickly on the other side, Heritage drives, top of the key. Going to work to the left side is Armour. Armour going to go right back to Lowry. Lowry is going to work it over to Frober. A three on the way. That one's going to be number 15. And it is rebounded by Isaiah Johnson. Johnson comes away with it. He'll give it up to Holiday. Holiday far side. Into the corner they go to DJ Watley. He's going to try to drive around a couple of defenders. He's stuck. Has to go back outside to Cothran. The big man fires a three. No good. Rebounded by the Generals. Far side of the court is Lowry, and they're going to get a block called on Xavier Holiday, and that one was almost a 50-50, but they're going to call it on the defensive player every single time.
That's actually the first defensive foul of this ballgame, though. 3 on Cedartown, only 1 on the Generals, but that was the first defensive foul of this period.
Inbound pass goes to Lowry, top of the key, trying to work off of a screen. Now he'll have to pull it back down. They'll go to the right side to Frober. He's going to work around a ball screen. Now they'll go to Caden Height, who has checked into the game. Now left side to J.C. Armour, working off of the wing, trying to work around the big man in Cothran. Lowry thought about a three, And now he does fire one from the corner. He went around DJ Watley, and he made it count.
This is like nothing but threes. They've had maybe one basket that wasn't a three, and the rest of them are threes, and they've been using the screen all day long.
Right side, DJ Watley, he's going to fire a three of his own. It was contested, and that's going to do it for the first period. 17-6 is your score. The Bulldogs trail. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
17-6 is your score as we go to the second period of play. The Generals of Heritage High School will have it to start. Frober with it on the right side. He's going to work back to the middle of the floor. He's going to pull a long three. That one is off the back of the iron, no good. And it is last touch by, looks like, Lowry. Or no, it's going to be another Heritage General, but it's going to be Cedartown basketball. Thomas Robertson is checked into the game for the Dogs, as well as Davion Smith. So you got Smith, Robertson, Rittenhouse, Cothran, and Isaiah Johnson.
Interesting strategy to start this second with those guys out there.
Davion Smith with it over to the right side to Robertson. Robertson's going to try to work off of the screen. Oh, they try to get it to Rittenhouse, but it's tracked down, loose ball picked up by Isaiah Johnson.
What a save by Isaiah.
Davion Smith with it now. The freshman will give it up to Johnson. Johnson's going to go right back to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse will go to the top of the key to Quinlan Cochran. He's going to put it on the floor, go around the big man, pull up jumper, no good. Rebound is going to be taken by the Generals.
I don't mind that shot. He just about made it. That's a good place to get a shot, the high percentage shot that he gets. But a turnover as number 15 for them, that's Blake DeBiddy, takes the extra step, the Texas two-step, Sam.
That's it. DeBiddy will be called for it, and that'll earn him a trip back to the bench. So DeBiddy goes out, and number 3, Gavin Broderick, the senior for the Generals, will come back in. Cedartown will inbound it to their freshman in Davion Smith. Smith will bring it across the timeline, works it into the front court to Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse goes to Robertson, left wing, far side. He's going to work back to his right. He's going to go to Xavier Holiday, top of the key. Holiday splits a couple of defenders, floater off the glass, and it's good.
Pretty as can be right there. He had a defender right in front of him. The little floater goes in. Perfect.
First points of the second period for either team. 17-8 is your score. Cedartown still trails. Top of the key now to Armour. Armour left side. They're going to go to Height. Height on the wing. They're going to work to the baseline. It's going to be Lowry. He's going to try to back his defender down, has to go back outside. Height over to the right side. Now they'll try it on the other end. J.C. Armour turn 360. He has to work it outside. Lowry's going to fire a three, and it is good.
And again, they're using that screen to get that three-point shooter wide open, that time on the left side. 20-8 the score.
Hayden Rittenhouse is going to pull a high arcing three of his own. No good. Quinlan Cothran comes away with the rebound. Cothran, the big man, backs his defender down, turns around, shot right over him, and Cothran makes that one go. We need him to be hot. It's a 10-point game, 20-10. 6:10 left to play.
Yeah, we're not able to stop the three-pointers, but we can at least get some points from him. He is the points leader for the Bulldogs right now.
Owens goes back to Broderick, top of the key. Now they go to J.C. Armour. Over to the left side, a three on the way. That one is no good. Rebounded, though, underneath by Heritage. It was taken, and the shot was no good. This time it's rebounded by Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse over to the right side to Robertson. Robertson in the corner, back to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse will back it out. Left side, Davion Smith. He's on the wing. Now they'll go to X. X is going to drive the baseline. Tried to dish it to Cothran, and I don't know. You couldn't have threaded that needle any better, just not able to connect. Right side on the other end of three, and it's good by Caden Height.
Do they do anything else but threes?
7 3-pointers so far for this Heritage team.
21 of 23 points, three-pointers.
X Holiday with it across the timeline. Going to work to his right. He's going to try to work around Lowry. Now he'll do a little spin, take it into the paint. The shot is up. The floater is in and out, no good. Rittenhouse was there for the rebound, and he was fouled. We'll wait to see who it was on. It's on number 55, Caden Lowry. That is going to be his first, and that will send Hayden Rittenhouse to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First trip to the stripe for the Cedartown Bulldogs, who trail by 13. Now make it 12.
So only the second defensive foul of the ball game. I tell you, the Generals have a full roster from top to bottom on their score sheet. Every single blank is filled up. They've got a ton of players on their bench.
Rittenhouse gets set. His second free throw attempt is up, and that one's going to be short, but it is rebounded by Isaiah Johnson. So the Dogs with another chance at it. They'll go to Davion Smith. He's going to drive. His shot is up and no good. And another offensive foul called, this time on the Bulldogs freshman.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. He was using his arms to go up for the shot, and usually the benefit of the doubt should go to the shooter there, but the official calls the offensive foul, and that is what, the fifth offensive foul we've seen called tonight?
I think there's going to be a question about the foul called. The official held up a number 1, but it should be on number 11, and yes, now they corrected it.
Well, I still think Coach Sherry's not happy with that either.
No.
Because, and again, it looked like it was a clean play to me. It should have been in the other way, but the official did not see it that way.
4 Bulldogs with a single foul each, 3 of them coming off of offensive foul calls. Top of the key, it's going to be Broderick. He's going to work to the left side. Another 3 on the way. This one is missed by the Generals, and the rebound is taken by Quinlan Coughlin. The big man's going to bring it up. Near side, takes it all the way, runs into a defender. Nothing calls as the defender goes to the floor. The loose ball is picked up by the Generals.
I'm shocked they didn't call a foul on that.
Owens takes it to the glass. His shot is no good. Isaiah Johnson comes away with the rebound. They'll go ahead to DJ Watley in the front court, on the wing. On the perimeter, now they go to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive the lane, and a block by Heritage. The Generals come away with it. Xavier Holiday with the steal. He's going to take it baseline, goes to Isaiah Johnson. The little put up off the high glass is good.
That's a good.
The Dogs are back to a 10-point deficit.
That's a good answer after all that mess over there. Able to force that turnover and take it up there and get the points.
Heritage with it now on the right side. It's going to be Cooper Bell. Top of the key, going to drive the lane. Now they'll work it to the left side, and they're going to get Fletcher for the travel. That might be Cedartown's first break of the entire game, as number 30, Cohen Fletcher, is called for the travel. It looks like Cedartown will send it into Davion Smith, and they do. Smith will bring it across the timeline into the front court for the Bulldogs.
Dogs have to take advantage of this possession here.
Going to work to his left, now back to his right. Now he goes back to the left, Isaiah Johnson. The give and go to Smith. Smith on the perimeter. Now he's going to try to drive baseline, loses it, and it's saved by Heritage. And it's going to be Cooper Bell with it. Bell will bring it down. He's going to try to drive around Smith, and the little floater is up. The foul is going to be called on the Bulldogs, and I think they're going to get Smith for his second one, and it is.
I'll tell you, I look back at a couple plays earlier, that offensive foul on Smith. When the no call, when Quinlan Cawthorn collided with the defender, was much harder of a contact than that one. First free throw is up and in there from number 10, Cooper Bell.
That is his first, and it takes it back to an 11-point lead for Heritage. 24-13 is your score. Second one getting set on the way from Bell. That one is high, arcing shot, and it is good as well. So the score now 25-13.
Out of the ball game goes Bell, and number 21 is in there now. That's Andrew Frober. I tell you what, they've got plenty of fresh legs they can rotate in and out.
Well, and they seem like all of their fresh legs are about the same talent-wise. They are loaded from top to bottom as this Heritage team. X with it now. He's going to spin, takes it to the glass, and that one is good from X Holiday. Back to a 10-point lead, 25-15.
Yeah, found an opening.
Quickly.
Found an opening there between two defenders and made it count.
Heritage on the other end, top of the key. Now they're going to work to the left side. They thought about a three. They fake it. They pull it down. Now the drive in the blank, and the floater is good from Max Owens.
Well, they can do more than just threes. That's their second two today.
X Holiday with it across the timeline. He's going to go to the right side to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is going to work it back to the middle of the floor. They'll go to Quinlan Cawthorn. He's at the top of the key. He's going to work to the left wing. Now they'll go all the way to Isaiah Johnson. They'll swing it to DJ Watley. Watley thinks about making a drive. Now he'll kick back out to Johnson. 15 on the shot clock. He drives. A crazy little shot is up and no good. The rebound and the putback by Cawthorn is no good.
It looks pretty good there on that one, but unfortunately nothing doing, and now they're wide open for a three.
It's 5 on 4. 5 on 4. We had another injured player in Isaiah Johnson. And Barrett hits from beyond the arc, and a time call for the injured player.
And he wasn't on the floor. He was out of bounds. Thankfully, the shoe came off. His shoe is off, and we hope he's good. But he's grabbing his left leg. So while they tend to him, we'll take a 60-second timeout and come back in just a moment with more basketball action.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time, 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Zane Diamond Paisley will check into the game for the injured Isaiah Johnson, who was helped off to the locker room, not putting any weight at all on that left leg. So we expect Johnson to be done for the night. Left side is going to be DJ Watley. He's going to work off of the wing. Now they'll give it up to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is going to drive a little 12-foot jumper, and that one is good from Hayden Rittenhouse, 30-17. Quickly on the other end, Heritage is going to move. Baseline, the drive, and the shot is up, and it is good from Barrett. Holiday with it now. Top of the key for the Dogs. He's going to try to work to his left. They'll go to Watley on the perimeter. He'll back things out, go to Zane Diamond Paisley. Top of the key. Now they'll go to Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse, and he almost has it pickpocketed. No foul called, though. A lot of contact. Quinlan Cawthron with it from the perimeter. Now he's going to drive, kick over to DJ. DJ on the baseline. The shot is up, and it is good by DJ Watley.
Goodness, and no call. That was, goodness gracious, 2 no calls today that were really, really big.
Lowry now will give it up, top of the key. They're going to go over to the right side. A 3 on the way, and that was going to be off the iron. Backside, no good. The offensive rebound was taken by number 15, and then he just bounced it off of the foot of Xavier Holiday as they were both going out of bounds. Heritage basketball.
Blake DeBitty there, as we mentioned before. Smart move there, and
inbounds pass coming from Heritage. They're going to inbound it from underneath their basket, and it will go in, and they quickly fire a 3, and that one is going to be short. This rebound taken by Quinlan Compton, the big man for the Dogs. Spins in the lane, takes it all the way, and he is going to be fouled going to the basket, so he will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Good job there by Cawthron to get around Lennon Bennett there, who had his feet set waiting for the charge, went around him, and then he got hit as he was going up for that shot, and he'll be at the line for 2 free throws here.
And Barrett eventually does get called for the foul anyway, so that will send Cawthron to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Only 1 trip to the charity stripe for the Bulldogs, and it was Hayden Rittenhouse who was 1 for 2, and Cawthron misses his first one. 32-19. The Dogs trying to claw their way back into this one, and one thing they're going to have to make some adjustments on at halftime is guarding that perimeter. Heritage just stroking it right now from beyond the arc. Cawthron's second free throw attempt is up and no good. Loose ball is picked up by DJ Watley. Watley, little jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Lowry. Lowry will try to work around Zane Diamond Paisley. Cedartown will back off now, and they'll get it into the front court are the Generals. They'll give it to the top of the key. 3 on the way. No good. The tip back was almost good, and Hayden Rittenhouse comes away with the loose ball. They'll give it up to Holiday. Holiday across the timeline, top of the key now. 50 seconds left to play in this first half. Rittenhouse is going to fire a 3. It's going to be no good. Out of bounds, last touched by Heritage. It'll say Cedartown basketball.
I don't know if the Bulldogs have hit a 3 so far. We've had some attempts, but no 3s yet. And Heritage has them, and we don't.
Inbounds pass will come from Holiday. Holiday will give it to Cothran. Cothran, top of the key, goes around his defender. Oh, tried to go for the one-handed jam, and it is out of bounds. There was
Where
a foul
is the
committed.
foul there? That was
Nothing
a terrible no call. Holy smokes.
Inbounds pass.
Oh, my.
We'll go to number 29, Frober. He will bring it across the timeline. Far side for the Generals. X is going to pick him up there, approaching 30 seconds to play here in this opening half. J.C. Armour to the left side. They're going to get Lowry on the wing. Now they'll go back to the top of the key. Inside the paint. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley will give it up to X. X is going to bring it up the floor. Under 18 to play. X on the wing. He'll back things out now. Goes back to Zane Diamond Paisley. Now they'll go back to Holiday. Shot clock is off. Holiday's going to hold for a last-second shot possibly. Now they'll go to Diamond Paisley. The little floater from the baseline is up, and it is no good. Over to the right side, they're going to pull a long three, and it's off the back of the iron, and no good from Lennon Barrett. But the three-point shooting has been hot for this Heritage team. They have a 32-19 lead with about 26 of those points coming off of threes. We'll get the first half stats for you, talk a little bit about it, and talk about the second half. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
We welcome you back here. It's halftime. The Heritage Generals with a offensive explosion there, mainly on the back of the tray. 32-19 the score. A whole bunch of threes in that first half. They did have a few twos. They had a few twos, but mostly three-pointers. And the Bulldogs just being shut down, defensively speaking. There's been some turnovers. There's been some shots that haven't gone, but we were talking about momentum in the girls' game. The momentum has definitely been on the side of the Heritage Generals in this ball game pretty much from the start.
24 of the 32 points for the Heritage Generals in the first half came off of three-pointers. Cedartown just not able to answer yet. I feel like we're going to make some good halftime adjustments and come out and have a better second half. Quinlan Cothran leading the scoring effort for Cedartown so far. He's got 6, as well as Holiday. Hayden Rittenhouse with 3, Isaiah Johnson and DJ Watley with 2. Of course, Isaiah with that injury in the second period of play, and the way that he was helped off of the court, I doubt we will see Isaiah anymore in tonight's contest. Cedartown just struggling really to get anything going offensively. We're unable to get Quinlan Cothran going down low. And the offense for Cedartown can be held in check when a team is able to control Quinlan Cothran. And that's exactly what Heritage has been able to do tonight so far. Just not able to get anything going for the big man. He's typically in double digits in the first half. And he's been held to 6 points tonight so far. Also in the first half, Cedartown just struggling to guard anything from the perimeter. Heritage firing on all cylinders when it comes to hitting from three-point land, and that's an adjustment that we're going to have to make. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure what kind of adjustments can be made to deal with that, but I know that Coach Cherry has a game plan, and he's going to go into halftime and figure that out. Speaking of halftime, number 6 Kentucky leads Missouri 47-42 at the half. Alabama leads South Carolina. They just started the second half of play. In Tuscaloosa, the Tide on top of the Gamecocks 43-29. Later on tonight in SEC play, number 16 Auburn will host Texas A&M. After Auburn's victory over Arkansas, they jumped from 25th in the AP poll all the way up to 16th. So I expect a loss from the Tigers at Neville Arena.
That's very Auburn of you.
That is. Yes. But that tip-off is scheduled for 9:10 p.m. on ESPN2, and LSU and Vanderbilt will tip off at 9 p.m. on the SEC Network. There is only one top 20 matchup scheduled for tonight, and that will feature number 14 Baylor hosting number 18 BYU. Some other big teams that are in action. Number 2 Houston trails Iowa State 31-24. They are very early in that second period of play. Number 25 Texas is tied up with Cincinnati 45, all again early in the second. The number 1 team in the country will be in action later tonight, and that is the Purdue Boilermakers as they go on the road to Lincoln to take on the Nebraska Corn Huskers. So some college basketball awaits those of you who are basketball fans, and some more basketball awaits you here for all of our Cedartown Bulldog basketball fans. Cedartown trailing 32-19, going to have a good second half. The Bulldogs will be back in action Friday night. We will be at home. That's going to be another region matchup, and that's going to be against another tough team, Sonorville. Now, this is not counting tonight because we don't know what Sonorville has done tonight so far, but Sonorville coming into tonight 11-5 on the season, 1-0 in region play. That's going to be a tough Phoenix team to deal with.
Yeah, when we played them last year, it was tough, especially when we played them at Sonorville. It was my first trip there. I remember that very well, and it was just not a good trip for either team. Either team had trouble, of course. Obviously we didn't win any games last year, but that was definitely one of the games that was really over from the start. But the Bulldogs down 32-19. I think if they can get on a run, this is still within striking distance. It's only a 13-point game. If the Bulldogs can get hot early and then play some defense, if they can shut down the perimeter, find some way somehow to keep them from shooting three-pointers, the Bulldogs have the personnel they need to get down here, and they got to beat their defense, because their defense and the three-point shooting has been the difference in this ballgame.
And you're right. You made a comment earlier about the height of Quinlan Cothran, and if we could get him, hot down low, there's not really anybody on the Heritage side that can compete with him height-wise. And so I hope that that's something that we try to work, towards. Quinlan can hit from the perimeter. He is a good shooter all across the floor. But where his bread and butter is made is down low, playing that post position. And so we really need the big man to start working down low and get him where he's comfortable and taking some of those shots. Catch and shoot, don't put the ball on the floor. Give Heritage a chance to get a steal, because Heritage is very quick on defense. They are very tough on defense. They've got some good hands, and they can make you pay if you are just a little bit off with your speed or with, making that move to the basket. So I know that Coach Cherry is probably talking to the guys about a lot of the stuff that we're saying, and probably a lot more intelligent basketball terminology and talk. We're just a couple of
laymen,
Yeah, we're just a couple of broadcasters that like to watch basketball every now and then. But that is your score at the half.
Have you seen? Most of those listening probably have seen us, knowing we could never play basketball.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
32-19 is your score. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half of Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. So we will take this 2-minute break, and we will be right back here at Heritage High School for second half action here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Are you ready for steel equipment, that is? At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
32-19 is your score as we start this third period of play. Second half action. Cedartown High School basketball here on the Big AA. X Holiday will inbound it to Quinlan Cochran in the two-handed jam from the big man down low. Now that's a way to make a statement coming out of the half. 32-21. J.C. Armour with it. Top of the key. He's going to give it up to Cooper Bell. Holiday's going to pick him up there. Strong man-on-man defense right here by the Bulldogs. Bell's going to try to go around him. Runs into a blockade. Has to go back out to Owens. Owens now. And they're going to have a block called on D.J. Watley.
Oh,
my goodness.
Good Lord. Yeah, D.J. Watley picks up the foul. That'll be the first of this period. And his first.
Inbounds pass will come from Heritage. X almost with a steal as they get it into Cooper Bell. Now they'll go back to J.C. Armour. He's in the paint. The little floater off the front of the iron. No good.
Look what
Rebounded
they're doing,
by Aston Turner.
They're keeping them inside, not allowing them to get outside.
Over to the right side is Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse tried to work it down low to Cochran, but it is picked off by Gavin Broderick.
We got to control the ball.
They'll go right back to Broderick with it, coast to coast, and it's off the glass, and it is good, and a chance at a three-point play as Hayden Rittenhouse picks up the foul.
A little too aggressive that time.
I was telling Andrew during the break there that we were only outscored 15-13 in that second period of play. So a chance to come back and do something if we can play as well as we played in that second period. That free throw is good. 35-21 is your score. X Holiday with it now for the Bulldogs into the front court at the Heritage logo. Over to the left side. DJ Watley on the wing. He'll go back to Hayden Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse is going to work it down to Cochran. Cochran backs his man down, turns, shot, no good. And it is rebounded by Heritage. Top of the key, left side now. It's going to be Cooper Bell. He's going to fire a three, and it is short. And again, Aston Turner is going to come away with the rebound for the Bulldogs. On the other end now, Cochran backs his defender down, and he does get that one to go. Quinlan Cochran makes it count, 35-23. Right side, top of the key. Now they're going to try to work back to J.C. Armour. He'll come to the top of the key, left side now. Going to work over that direction. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Heritage will take it with them back after this 30-second break here on the Big AA.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
35-23 out of the timeout. Heritage is ready to go back to work. Bulldogs looking to claw their way back into this one. Inbounds pass is going to come in to number 4, Barrett. Barrett over in the corner. Now they'll work it back to Cooper. Now back to Barrett. They try to get it underneath, and DJ Watley comes away with the steal. Watley with it across the timeline, right side to Holiday. Holiday's going to drive the baseline, puts on the brakes. The shot is up, and it was blocked, but it's out of bounds, and it's last touched by Bell, who is going to try to save it for Heritage. So Cedartown will retain possession.
Good defense on the other end, and then they have a good defensive play that time.
We floated into Quinlan Cawthorn. He's going to drive, stop, puts on the brakes, and he gets that little jumper to go.
Guess who's heating up?
10-point game, 35-25.
Quinlan Cawthorn getting some chances, and he's taking advantage of those and pulling us back in this ball game.
Cooper Bell, right side. Now they'll go back to the top of the key to Broderick. Broderick's going to work to his left, the cut, and the basket is good from Lennon Barrett.
And don't forget, they can still score down low, and that time they did, and the Dogs need an answer here on this possession, 37-25.
Holiday with it. He's going to work to his left, near side. Now they'll go top of the key. DJ Watley's going to fire a three, and that one's off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Holiday. X on the wing. He's going to work back to the middle of the floor. Now they'll go to Quinlan Cawthorn. He's going to drive into the paint. Oh, and he loses it. He's down. They've got the numbers. They almost lose it. Everybody catches back up, and now we're almost even. Max Owens now, and the drive by Broderick off the pass from Owens into the paint. The shot is no good, but he draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're going to get DJ Watley.
Yes, sir. Sure will, DJ, with his second foul. Quinlan Cawthorn was a little slow to get back on the other end because he literally was on his back on the other end and had to get up. He's okay. He's not hurt or anything, but I think he was a little surprised of how that play ended up happening. That free throw is good. Rolls around and goes in. 38-25 and 5:10 to play here in the third period.
Broderick comes set. Second one of the night, or second one from that trip is good, and he's now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, 39-25. DJ Watley on the far side. He's going to work it over to Aston Turner. Turner top of the key, left wing to Holiday. Holiday's going to drive. Oh, and he has it picked, but he picks up the loose ball. Now the baseline, and they're going to get a foul called, and it's going to be on Heritage. They're going to get Broderick, and Holiday will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one on the way from X is up and off the back of the iron, no good.
Davion Smith is going to go into the ballgame for DJ Watley. He'll take a seat, and also Heritage will sub out a man. Looks like Cade Lyra is going to come back in there as number 10, Cooper Bell, will take a seat.
Davion comes over to Coach Cherry and gets some direction as X comes set to take his second. That one's going to be short, no good, but rebounded by Aston Turner.
His shot was no good and off the glass, and they get the rebound.
Far side now. They're going to work it to Lowry. Lowry top of the key. He's going to swing it to the right side to Owens. Owens trying to work off of a pick. They tried the give and go, but Aston Turner is there for the steal.
And we pick it.
He picks it up and gives it to Holiday. Holiday. Davion Smith in the corner. Smith working back to the middle of the floor, trying to work around Lowry. The fadeaway jumper, and it's good from the freshman. 39-27. Got to have a defensive stand here. Lennon Barrett with it. Going to work it to the middle of the floor. It's Broderick. Broderick now on the wing. A 3 on the way from the Generals, and it is good.
Back to their old tricks. Back to their old tricks there. A screen blocked 2 defenders from covering that man.
27.
And timeout called. And we will take it with them. 4:13 to play. 42-27, the Heritage Generals lead. Back after this 30-second break on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
42-27 the score, 4:10 left to play here in the third period. Holiday with it across the timeline. He's going to go to Quinlan Cochran on the wing. Now Cochran's going to drive. 360 spin, the little floater, and it is no good. But he draws the foul, and he will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
They get Cade Lowry there on the foul, number 55, his second foul. And Quinlan will go to the free throw line. We need to respond here after they got that big three-pointer.
Got to pick up the freebies. The first one is off the front of the rim, no good. They call them free throws for a reason. 4:01 left to play. Third period, 42-27. Call it 42-28. Cochran connects on the second of his attempt. Lowry with it now. Cedartown will almost go into a full court press, but now we'll back off right side. We left him open, but he drives the ball now. He'll kick it over to the left side. A three on the way, and it is good from Max Owens. They cannot miss from three-point land. Holiday with it now. Brings it across the timeline. I don't think I've ever seen a team so prolific from the three-point line. Lost it. Quinlan Cochran picked it up in the backcourt, but it was off of a tip from Heritage, so it stays alive. Top of the key for Cochran. He's going to work around a little screen, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul, and it's going to be right. Just too much contact made there by Cochran against the Heritage defender, and that is going to be Cochran's second.
That's unfortunate, too, because Cochran didn't even see that one coming. Coach Cherry is telling his guys, go defend that inbounds pass.
They want him to press, and we will. They'll get it into to Lowry, who's Davion Smith is covering. Now he's going to try to work around Smith. Smith's sticking with him. Now they'll go to the outside. It's to Frober. Now they'll go to the right side. It's going to be Barrett. Barrett's going to give into the lane, and that shot is up, and it is good from Davide.
47-28 now to score with 3 minutes to play.
Holiday on the far side. He's going to try to work around a screen from Cochran. Now he's going to drive the baseline. Cochran with it. The shot is up, and it is good from the big man. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him back after this 60-second break here on the Big Double A.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
47-30 is your score. Heritage will not be denied from the perimeter shooting. They have been hot from beyond the arc. They will inbound it. They're going to work to the right side, and just like that, they will fire a three. This one is no good, but they get the backside rebound. They push it out to the lane. Now the left side. Owens thought about another three, and that one is stolen by Turner. Turner gives it to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse goes ahead to Holiday. Holiday to the right side. Zane Diamond Paisley. And they tried to work it underneath the Quinlan Cochran, but he was fouled, and he goes to the floor. He'll pop back up. This one will be actually on the floor, so no shooting foul.
Blake Debity, number 15, picks up the foul for Heritage. Occurred on the floor, his first foul.
Debity will check out, and they're going to bring in number 0, Caden Height. Inbounds pass will go to Cochran. Cochran's just going to drive the paint, go between the defenders. The shot is up and no good, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. We'll wait for the call.
It's going to be on Blake Debity again, number 15. That'll be his second foul and second consecutive.
So Quinlan Cochran to the free throw line. He is 1 for 4 so far from the stripe. First one is up, and it is good. From the Bulldog power forward, the junior Quinlan Cochran. Cawthorne gets set. Second one on the way, and it is no good. Rolled around, and Ashton Turner almost came away with an offensive rebound, and now we've got a foul called. And they're going to get Turner on the foul.
They did. Turner ran over him from behind as he was trying to get the basketball back. And that'll be the 5th team foul on the Bulldogs, and we're talking three-point shooting from the line from here on out here in the third period. One more foul on the Generals, too. Cedartown will have free shots.
It's going to send number 4, Lennon Barrett, to the free throw line. This will be his first trip tonight. The first one is up, hits off the front of the iron, no good. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter bringing you Cedartown High School basketball here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. We are live from Heritage High School in Ringgold, Georgia. Region hoops on a Tuesday night. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded, though, taken by Heritage. It's Lowry on the baseline. He's going to kick out to the wing. A 3 is on the way, and that one is too strong. Rebounded by Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley will give it up to Holiday. Holiday on the far side. They'll work it into the corner to Robinson, and then it's taken away, or Robertson has it stripped from him. Now they'll go to Frober. They try to get underneath the Lowry, and it's going to be off the foot of Heritage Cedartown basketball. Frober was trying to work it to Caden Lowry in the corner, and it just went off of his leg, foot, shin, knee, ankle, toe, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I don't know. I don't care. Cedartown basketball.
Whatever it was, it works.
We will take it. I don't care if it was off of his shadow. Holiday with it. The stop. The shot is up. No good. Backside rebound, Hayden Rittenhouse, and it's knocked away. Last touch by the Dogs.
I think he just lost it, Sam. I mean, it might have been knocked away, but then he just goes out of bounds. Coach Cherry is going to bring him out.
Davion Smith is going to check in for the Dogs. The inbounds pass is going to go to number 21, Frober. He's going to try to work around. Holiday, X strips it. Holiday with the steal. He's going to push it up the floor, coast to coast, and the layup is no good, but Quinlan Cawthorne on the rebound. They'll go to the outside with it now. They'll bounce things out, kind of reset offensively. Smith gives it to Zane Diamond Paisley. Now back to Quinlan Cawthorne. Cawthorne on the wing, trying to work around his defender. Pushing off, and they're going to have a push-off on Cawthorne. And I hate to say it, but I think that's the right call. That's a tough one.
It is tough.
He had Lennon Barrett all over him, and he was trying to create some separation, give himself a little bit of room to work, and he just got that forearm a little too excited, and Quinlan Cawthorne is called for the foul. 47-31 is your score. A minute 23 left to play here in the third period. Inbounds pass is going to go to number 21, Andrew Frober. He's going to try to work around X. He'll bring it into the front court for the Generals. On the wing, left side. Now they'll go to the top of the key. Now the far left side. A 3 on the way from the Generals, and that one's in and out. Rebounded by Quinlan Cawthorne. The big man's going to push it up the floor. Goes into the paint all the way. Oh, and just too tough. Off the back side of the glass. No good. You hate to see it. 3 on the way from Heritage, and that one is good from Blake Debity. Debity with his first from beyond the arc. Everybody getting in on the action. It's almost like we're on the Oprah Winfrey Show. A 3 for you, a 3 for you. Holiday, coast to coast, misses that layup. On the left side is Heritage. They bounce it off of the foot of somebody. They're going to call a kicked ball. And it's going to be Cedartown basketball, maybe? No, it's going to stay with the Generals. I was hoping somebody would be generous, but they weren't. DJ Watley is going to check into the game for the Dogs, as well as number 45, Dakota Prather. So we will rest Holiday and Quinlan Cawthorne for the final 34.9. Inbounds pass goes to Hyde, who quickly fires a 3. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, though, by the Generals. They'll bounce another 3, and this one is good from Frober. Davion Smith, right side. DJ Watley off of the wing. He's going to cut it into the paint. Little backwards layup, no good. Rebounded by Heritage. The Generals are going to push ahead over the left side. Frober puts the brakes on, fires another 3 in transition. It's no good. Davion Smith comes away with the rebound. The freshman's going to drive. 4.5 on the clock. Turd, get out and take a shot. Oh, and we lose it trying to get it to Zane Diamond Paisley, and that is going to do it for the third period of play. 53-31 your score. Cedartown trails back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Looks like Heritage will have it to start this fourth period of play. Cedartown trailing 53-31, and the headline of tonight's game so far has been the three-point shooting from the Heritage Generals. Cooper Bell with it off of the inbounds pass. They'll go to the left side to Max Owens. Now they'll bounce it back out to Bell. They'll go to Broderick over to the right side, and Frober is going to be called for the travel. He was going to set up to move to his right and take a three, but he traveled with it first. Cedartown now with possession. Davion Smith will inbounds it to Holiday.
He went to and Frober.
Oh, that's a good one. Holiday drives the paint off the glass, and it is good from Holiday. The Bulldogs cut it to 20 points, 53-33. Holiday trying to get a steal off of Frober. He'll get it across the timeline. Cooper Bell with it. Left side, three on the way, and it is good from Max Owens. Owens is maxing out on the threes.
Very good.
Left side, Davion Smith. He's going to fire a three of his own. It's off the back of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Heritage. Right side. It's going to be Owens once again. Now they'll go to Cooper Bell. Left side. Three on the way from Frober, and it is short. Rebounded by Quinlan Cothran. Cothran across the timeline. He'll back it out on the perimeter. Now they'll go to Davion Smith with it. Smith working back to the middle of the floor. It's going to be Holiday. Holiday, top of the key. Works around his man to the left. Tries to get the little floater to Cothran, and he does. And Cothran makes it count. And it's 56-35. Near side, Cooper Bell with it. Trying to work around Davion Smith. Now it's going to be Owens. Owens is going to fire another three. And Max Owens is making it rain.
You know what? If they just assume it's a three when they shoot it, we'll tell you if it's a two.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. X with it. 360 spin in the lane. Tries to get it to Cothran, and it is knocked away. Last touch by Cedartown. Heritage basketball.
Ashton Turner comes in for Zane Diamond Paisley. And I think now we have time called by Coach Cherry. It's a 30-second break, 6:21 to go in the ballgame. 59-35. The Heritage Generals lead back after this 30-second break.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
59-35 is your score. Heritage leading the Cedartown Bulldogs. 6:20 now left to play here tonight. Over to the right side, it's going to be Cooper Bell. He's going to be double teamed. Now they'll work it to Max Owens. Owens is going to drive, kick underneath, and the shot off the glass is good from Broderick. Believe it or not, that was a two.
Like we told you, just assume.
Holiday with it, puts the brakes on, gives it to Quinlan Cothran. Cothran from beyond the arc. He's going to work it over to the corner. Now they try to go underneath to Quentin Jackson, and it is stolen by Heritage. J.C. Armour with it, and he is fouled by, we'll wait for the call. It's either going to be against Ashton Turner or it's going to be against
Turner.
Holiday, and it is Turner. That is his third. No, that's his third. I got 3. I know you're the official scorekeeper and the announcer over there, but I got 3. I file a protest. Inbounds pass coming from Bell. Bell to Owens. Owens, oh, somebody just hit the floor hard.
And Turner.
Rutrow. Well, he is gone. That's all right. Aston, you fouled out, buddy. Aston, you got to come out of the game. Hey, Aston. Aston. Bueller.
Wait a minute. Bueller.
There we go.
Aston.
All right, so Turner is going to come out.
Even though you have 4 fouls, which...
Even though you have 4 according to my book. Zane Diamond Paisley is going to check in. Inbounds pass quickly, and the shot is up, and it is good from Gavin Rogers.
I want to know how this team is 2 games under 500, because they are playing like a team that's undefeated.
Left side, Davion Smith, baseline, has to kick it back outside. They'll go to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse now on the wing. Oh, they try to go to Smith. Loose ball picked up by Bell, and it goes right back to Smith. Smith just inside the arc. The shot is up, and it is no good, and it is rebounded by the Generals. Cooper Bell with it. He's going to try to give it ahead to Broderick. He saves it from going out of bounds. Rittenhouse is going to pick him up there. Oh, the steal by Rittenhouse. Gives ahead to Zane Diamond Paisley. 1-on-1 on the other end. Paisley's shot is up, and it is good. And Zane Diamond Paisley will go to the free throw line for a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That might have been the prettiest 2 we've seen tonight, even though we've had some good-looking dunks. The fact that he was able to get that one to go and have contact, good job there by the freshman, Zane Diamond Paisley.
I believe that foul was against number 3, Gavin Broderick.
That'll be his 2nd foul, according to the official.
Paisley's free throw is no good. So the score 63-37 holds. Heritage trying to work it into the lane. They do. They'll kick it back outside to Cooper. Ring by Bell. And now he'll go underneath. JC Body Armor with it. Tries to work it under the baseline. And it's going to be Frober with it, and the steal by Holiday. Holiday, my favorite is Thanksgiving, gives it to Zane Diamond Paisley, who has it stripped away. Loose ball, and it's out of bounds. This is what you have to do when it's a 63-37 ball game.
No, nobody did the nicknames better than Ted Broadway, though.
You're right.
You got to admit
the man,
that.
The myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Ted Broadway. Send you a $2 bill.
I have several.
Heritage with some subs coming in. Cedartown will inbound it. They'll give it to Quinlan Cochran on the wing. Now he's going to give it up to Davion Smith. Smith from beyond the arc, right at the top of the key. He's going to work to his right. They'll go to Rittenhouse now to Holiday. Holiday trying to work around his defender. Has to give it up to Smith. The freshman is going to drive. Puts on the brakes. The jumper is no good. Off the front of the iron short. On the other side. The kick out. The 3 is on the way. No good, believe it or not. Rebounded by Holiday. X is going to try to push it up the floor around J.C. Armour. He'll come across the timeline, working to his right. And now they'll give it to Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse to Smith. Smith to Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to drive the baseline high off the glass. The shot is no good. And Heritage comes away with the rebound. They tried to give it ahead to number 3. Gavin Broderick, and it is just off of his fingertips and out of bounds, and it will be Cedartown basketball. Under 4 minutes left to play. Honey, you can start reheating the leftovers. This one's getting close to being done.
Thomas Robertson's going to go in the ballgame for Hayden Rittenhouse.
The inbounds pass will go to Zane Diamond Paisley. Paisley's going to give it back to Holiday. Holiday across the timeline. Going to work around Lowry. He'll go to the right side. They'll give it to Quinlan Cochran. Cochran, the big man, going to drive the baseline. Has to kick it back out. It's Diamond Paisley with it. He's going to go top of the key. Davion Smith, the freshman, all the way to the glass, uncontested, and he makes it count. 63-39. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
63-39 is your score. 3:36 left to play in the fourth. On this edition of Andrew's Taste of the Town, the last time we were on the road, we stopped at Buc-ee's, and they have a new triple meat sandwich. How was it, Andrew Carter?
It was so good.
That's the one thing we're going to miss about coming up north all those trips.
Hey,
we'll still get to do it some when we go to Dalton.
A couple of trips, yeah. Dalton, Southeast Woodfield and
That's
Dalton.
Right.
Still in the region next year.
It was turkey, pulled pork, turkey brisket, and a pork sausage.
Yeah, and it was so good. It got all over me, though.
Well, if it's not messy, it's not good. However, this has been a messy one for the Bulldogs thanks to the really good three-point shooting by Heritage. And like you said, it makes you wonder how this team is a game under 500 at 7-8. They will move to 500 after this win as Zane Diamond Paisley comes away with a block and a steal. On the other end, the shot is up and it is no good. But he draws the foul and he will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Of note, Heritage has subbed out, I think, most of their starters now.
By the way, number 12. Jake Parker on the foul. Go ahead, Andrew.
By the way, I was noticing over there, first the free throw, it's up and it's no good. Isaiah Johnson is sitting in the bleachers behind the bench. He has got a pair of crutches, so he is not only is he done. I hope that the energy is nothing. The injury is nothing serious. Quinlan Cothran and X Holiday will take a seat as the Dogs are starting to sub out as well.
Colton Prather comes in as well as Quentin Jackson as Zane Diamond Paisley gets ready to take his second free throw attempt. It is up and it is no good. Jackson had the rebound for a moment, but then Robertson comes away with it, but then it's stolen. And we've got a foul called, and it is going to be against the Dogs, and it's going to be number 10, Thomas Robertson.
Quentin Jackson got pushed pretty hard as he was going for that rebound. A no call there on the foul, at least in my view. Put some glasses on it.
Zane Diamond Paisley is going to be called for the foul against number 33, Noah Awatula.
I like that, Awatula.
So Diamond Paisley picks up the foul.
Now we have a stoppage of play and a full timeout is going to be called by Heritage with 2:47 to go. Let's take this 30-second break. We'll be back after this.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
By the way, another dish that was new from Buc-ee's was their peach cobbler.
Oh.
And let's just say...
the peach cobbler.
Can you fit 5 cups of sugar in a little bowl?
Yes, you can, because Buc-ee's did it.
Yeah, they did it, and it was delicious.
63-39, the Generals of Heritage lead our Cedartown Bulldogs. 2:47 left to play here in the fourth. The inbounds pass is going to come from Cody Bryan. They lob it in, and they get it underneath, and that shot is no good. Rebounded by Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to push it ahead for the Bulldogs. He's going to work to his left side, and then he's going to try to take it to the glass, and he is going to be fouled.
Was that an alley-oops on the other end?
I think it was an alley-oops. I did it again. And Diamond Paisley goes back to the free throw line again. This is going to be Zane's, looks like third trip to the free throw line, 0 for 3. Or excuse me, second trip, 0 for 3. No, this is the third one.
Zane,
0 for 4 now.
For Zane, diamond in the rough, Paisley.
Second one is up, and it is also no good. Over to the right side. Now they'll kick it back out to the wing. It's going to be Bryan with it. He's going to try to drive the lane. Now he has to go back to the perimeter. They'll come to the near side in Parker. Parker is going to go to Awatula, and he gets that one to go.
Awatula got a Tua.
65-39. Robertson with it. He's going to drive the baseline. Kick out to Quentin Jackson, and it is lost. Jackson, though, picks up the loose ball. He's in the paint with it. Just turn and shoot, young man. He'll pass out to Davion Smith. 3, no good. Out of bounds. I wonder, for the Heritage Generals, who is their favorite general? Patton? Eisenhower? Stormin Norman Schwartz, whatever his last name was? All before my time. Loose ball. Jump ball now called as Quentin Jackson goes to the hardwoods along with Jake Parker.
A good job there by Quentin. He kind of dove in there to get his hands on it and force the jump.
Quentin not one of the original Jackson 5. Inbounds pass will go to Colton Prather. Prather to the left side to Zane Diamond Paisley. He's going to be on the wing. He's going to try to work back to the middle of the floor. They'll go to Robertson, who fires the 3, and Thomas Robertson hit it from 5 feet from beyond the arc.
That may be our first 3 of the night. It is.
And it's going to come a little too late for this Bulldog offense. A 3 on the way from Heritage. They will try to match. It is no good. Rebounded by Zane Diamond Paisley. He'll give it ahead to Colton Prather. Prather really the floor general for the JV squad. He goes right back to Diamond Paisley, who fires the 3, and that one was in and out. No good. Good-looking shot, though, there by Stay in Your Lane Zane. Awatula over to the right side. I don't have anything for Awatula. You can go ahead and mark it up. You got the only.
Awatula got a Tua?
Yeah, that's all I got. I can't think of anything else. It's too late in the night. That one is knocked around, loose ball out of bounds. It will stay with the Generals with under a minute of play. Folks, we appreciate you sticking with us through this broadcast of what has turned into puns, nicknames, and a couple of jokes and a little bit of basketball.
Colton Prather checks into the ball game. Both Prather brothers in at the moment.
Colton and Dakota. Awatula with a attempt is blocked out of bounds by Quentin Jackson, so that one will stay with the Generals. 65-42. Cedartown is going to fall below 500. They will go to 7-8 on the season, 0-2 in region play as Zane Diamond Paisley knocks the inbound out. Heritage is going to improve to 500. They will go to 8-8, 1-1 in region play. Inbounds pass is going to go to Awatula, and that one is high off the glass. A good shot there by that young man. Hey, and we had it right. The PA announcer agreed with us. Awatula. Inbounds pass, Colton Prather with it. It's going to work it to Quentin Jackson. In the paint, over to the left side, Dakota Prather. He's going to fire a long 3. It was long. Backside rebound, though, and the putback by Quentin Jackson is good. Awatula, he's going to try to drive the baseline around Colton Prather. Now they'll kick it back outside. From three-point land, they'll drive into the perimeter is Bryan. Now the kick out to Awatula. The 3 is up, and it is good from Noah Awatula.
You mean Noah Awatria?
Awatria. And that one is out of bounds off of Heritage. Cedartown will get the basketball back right in front of their bench. 70-44 is your score. Inbound pass coming from Colton Prather. It's going to go to Thomas Robertson. He's on the baseline. He's going to kick it underneath to Quentin Jackson. Turn, shot is up, and it is good. Good heads-up pass there by Robertson and a good finish by Quentin Jackson. 70-46. That's going to be your final here from Ringgold, Georgia at Heritage High School. The Generals dominate the Bulldogs from three-point land and pick up the win 70-46. Let's take a 60-second break. We'll wrap this one up, and we'll get back on the road and head back to Glory Land, Cedartown, Georgia. But we'll be back after this 60-second break. You're listening to Cedartown High School basketball here on the Big Double A.
The Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Your final here from Heritage High School, 70-46. The Heritage Generals with a dominating performance from beyond the arc. Heritage would pick up 48 of their 70 points from beyond the arc, 8 different players hitting from three-point range. We'll talk about the Cedartown Bulldogs very briefly. Quinlan Cothran would finish the night in double digits with 18 points. Xavier Holliday finished the night with 8. Quentin Jackson and Davion Smith both with 4 points off of the bench. Thomas Robertson would finish the night with 3, as well as Hayden Rittenhouse and Zane Diamond Paisley. Isaiah Johnson and DJ Watley all finished the night with 2 points each. Isaiah, of course, would go off at the last part of the second period right before halftime and was injured and came out on crutches, so he was done for the rest of the night. We will hopefully have an injury update for you on him Friday night. Friday night will be the next time the Cedartown Bulldogs will return to action. We will take on Sonoraville in another region matchup at home. The Sonoraville Phoenix are 11-5 coming into tonight. They are 1-0 in region play. So we will see what tonight held for them and then match up with the Phoenix Friday night. Girls game will tip off at 7 p.m., followed by the boys game, which will hopefully get underway around 8:30. And then we will be back with you the very next day as we will host the cross-county rival Rockmart Yellow Jackets. You will want to join us for both games. Both games will also be broadcast on Facebook Live, the NFHS Network, and YouTube Live. And, of course, you can hear the broadcast on your radio at 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Once again, though, your final for tonight here from Heritage High School is 70-46. For Ethan Kreider, Rocky Top back at the station running the controls for us tonight, and Andrew Carter, I'm Sam Branch saying good night from Heritage High School in Ringo, Georgia. Good night, God bless, and go Dogs.